Driver Denny.
Alright guys, so it's Friday and it's way after 3 o'clock. My normal time coming out is around 2, isn't it? Now the reason behind that is because the kids have broke up from school, so there isn't going to be that mad rush from 2 to 3 that there generally is on weekdays, as I'm sure you guys have seen if you've been working this week. So I don't know what it's going to be like today. I'm hoping it's going to be one after the other like I always do, and once again I'm going to follow the breadcrumbs. Let's see what happens. So I started at 20 to 4, 2 hours in, it's now 20 to 6, and I'm on £34 something. So nowhere near the target that I like of 20 plus, but this was completely to be expected because it's the half term and it is slower during the half term. Now when jobs have been popping up, some of them have been reasonable priced, and of course some of them have been awful and miles away. But in fairness, the ones that have been coming up I've been doing. There's only a couple I've declined, and they're the ones that have been 6-7 miles away. You know, through peak hour traffic, it's definitely not worth doing that. But so the first hour I only did around 15 quid, and then the second hour it was just under the 20. So let's hope that trend at least stays, eh? 20 to 8 and I'm on 81 quid. So luckily I've managed to pull it back a bit, and that's what we wanted. So now 4 hours in, I've just had a customer and I've had to use that behaviour trick. So she gets in the car, her and her mate, on a phone, 2 young girls, little girls, you know, kids, all over me seats, with me windows, up and down on the windows, on the, you know, pressing the button. And I'm like, stop doing that, girls, come on, I'm driving, it's putting me off. No response from the mum on the phone, effing and blinding on the phone to whoever she was talking about. And then she went, passes me vape, to her mate in the front. And I went, not in the car, no. And then she went, oh, all the other drivers let me. I was like, your kids are in the car, you're going to vape right next to them, you're not even looking after them. I went, no, not in my car. She went, you're getting a bad review, you. And I went, am I? Okay. When we got there, I don't know if you guys know, but there is a little trick. It was shown by, it was Paul, the taxi driver. Do you remember his YouTube channel? He told me about it. So what you do is, rather than completing the job straight off, press the 3 little dots at the top corner, and then just finish the job because of riders' behaviour. I'll see if I can get some screenshots and get them up for you. And if you do that, the customer isn't able to rate you, but you can still rate them. So yes, she got a 1 star and I got no rating off her. I had my hour break like I normally have. So 20 to 8 was the last thing you seen. Had an hour break, come back out at 20 to 9. It's now 20 to 10. And I'm on 100 and something. Yeah, I'll stick it there. The jobs are coming in slowly, I'll be honest. It's not like pop, 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 pop. It's more like pop, and then 5-10 minutes, another one. So it's not going great with the popping wise, if that's a thing. Although I have done all right money wise, to be fair. And I've just had a call off a customer that they've left the ciggies in my car. Can I bring them back to them? I'm now like 5-6 miles away from them, and they're like, can you check please, I really need them. Now I get that ciggies are expensive, aren't they? But you know, that's going to be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes to go back. Anyway, I had a look round and I couldn't find them. Well, it's now 10 past 10 and I haven't had a single offer worth doing. I've had the £3.75 ones, and I've had the ones that are absolutely miles away from me. So I started heading back home, and I realised that heading back home was taking me past the woman with the ciggies. So, so I stopped, and I think the conscience got to me. You know when your conscience gets to you, because she sounded really distraught about it. So yeah, I went to her house, knocked on the door, gave her a ciggies, and she gave me a £5 tip. So karma pays off, eh? So it's Saturday now. I'm not feeling overly optimistic about today, But sometimes you get them weeks where it's not very good, and then you can have other weeks where it is. I've seen a lot of posts on social media about yesterday's earnings, what people were doing and how long they were out, and it looked a bit grim. I did better than most people. Of course, there was a couple of people that did better than me too. He always is, isn't he? That's what it's like on the cabs, taxis, private hire, Uber. You can have 1 week where it's all roses and happy, and then you get a week before payday in February, just after a term break from school where all the parents are skint, and it's not going to be so great. Let's find out what today brings. 10 to 5, so 2 hours into my shift, and it's surprisingly gone well. I'm on 45 quid. There has been many jobs like this one. £3.75s and £3.66s, and some of them are going. Some of them, they want you to travel like 3-4 miles to get to. It's like, no. So I just logged out of Uber where it gives you that little stats of what you'd done, and apparently I've declined 66 jobs. I didn't even realise it was that many, to be honest. Little past the hour. I think it's still going okay, considering me doubts earlier on. I'm currently on 65 quid. I just had a group of lads, dead funny. They were, 50s, 55 onwards and age-wise. A lot of banter going round back and forth. And this one guy sitting in the front next to me, it was a full car, 4 customers. And he's like, do this left, do that right, do this, do... In the end, I pulled over and went, yeah, mate, do you want to drive? I'll sit in the back with your mates. And then all his mates absolutely burst out laughing and went, that shut you up, didn't it? 10 to 7, and I'm on 86.50-ish. I'll stick it there as usual. I've just had a rather peculiar one, so it's getting a little busy with the littler jobs. And a priority job come up. Now, the job itself, I was less than half a mile away from it, and it wasn't going very far. I'll stick it here. And it said there was a priority on that of £2.25. So if you take that away from what's up there, just look at what the base price was, not including the priority. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it? 10 to 8, and I'm on 108. So again, another okay hour. Problem we've got now is it's 10 to 8, and I hate working the 8 till 9 shift. But I'm too far from home to go home. I open wrong, but I always avoid this hour. I'm hoping this is the hour now that's going to prove me wrong, and I might start doing this 8 till 9 again. But I don't know, wish me luck. 10 to 9, and I'm on 129. Now, yeah, okay, I technically got what I like to get during the hour, but OMG, the amount of waiting for each job. That's only 3 jobs, that. It was just waiting and waiting. So it was a proper drag, that hour, for me. Although, I did get what I like to get. So you tell me, was it worth it? Is it worth trying again on the 8 to 9? Or shall I go back to that's when I have me break? What do you think, guys? 10 to 11. And I'm surprisingly on 190. I couldn't believe me luck. So the last 2 hours have gone absolutely what you would expect, or what it used to be, I should say. It was one job after the next. Customers were waiting at the gates. No messing about, no cancellations. I did not expect to pull off 60 quid in 2 hours. You never do. I'm hoping this is going to stay as a trend. But my luck's probably out now, isn't it? 10 to 1. And I'm on 240. I've just had a customer ask me how much Uber's paying me. I'm like, why, lad? And he went, because all the other drivers asked me how much I'm paying for it. I went, I didn't ask you, did I? I don't care what you're paying. And he went, so you don't care if Uber's ripping you off? I went, if I didn't want the job, mate, I wouldn't have accepted it. If I wasn't happy with the price, I wouldn't have accepted it. So you don't want to know how much I paid for it? I went, absolutely not. Means no difference to me. And then he went, well, I paid. And he told me. And I was like, okay. But is this what's happening? A driver's really harassing the riders to the point where the riders then harassing the driver. Mind-boggling. Anyway, it is getting a bit late, so I'm thinking I might play the Uber game. See if anything can tempt me on the way back. 25 to 2. Uber's kept me out. There was a couple of jobs, so I did them on the way back, heading towards home. And that never happens normally when I play the Uber game. I make it all the way home and nothing gets me. But no, I stayed out, did a couple more, and I'm on 261 and 50 pence or something like that. I'll stick it there. Unbelievable. I've just had a really close call as well with one of the customers. So it was only one leg of the motorway. You know, you get on an edge lane, one leg and it's heightened. So it's not far. It's a mile or two, just the first leg. And the girl in the car went, "I'm gonna be sick." I was like, no. So there's nothing you can do on the motorway. So I grabbed me sick bag, and she put I explained to her, you put it right against your face if you're gonna be sick. So driving on the motorway, and she hooeyed all in me sick bag, and it was like nasty. But at least I had the sick bag and it wasn't all over me car, so that worked out well. I'll have to get another sick bag now. You pick them up from Amazon for about £1. They've saved me a couple of times, I'll be honest, except for the Muppet once that decided to use the sick bag but didn't put it against the mouth. They were doing it as if it was a regular bag, so it went everywhere. So it was like, but that was ages ago. That was before Uber, that one. Absolute numpty doing that. Anyway, so we've got Friday's hours, Friday's earnings, Friday by the hour. Then we've got today's Saturday's earnings, Saturday's hours, Saturday's earnings, Saturday by the hour. Then we've got the whole video's hours, whole video's earnings, whole video by the hour. It really picked up at the end of tonight, so I'm quite pleased with that. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a like. If you're new, give us a sub. Catch you in the next one.